What if I told you right now that the person you love the most could be quietly rewiring your mind, one word at a time? Sounds extreme, right? But that's exactly how manipulation works. It's not always screaming or slamming doors. It's in the whispers, the subtle phrases, the everyday conversations that slowly chip away at your reality. And once you see these signs, you can't unsee them. Stick with me because today you're about to learn the 10 most alarming phrases manipulators use in relationships, and more importantly, how to break free from their grip. And number 10 is the most disturbing of all, because it makes you doubt your own sanity. But we'll get there. Let's start with the first phrase, "You're too sensitive." On the surface, it sounds almost casual, like a shrug. But underneath, it's a direct attack on your emotions, training you to distrust your own feelings. And here's the trick. They want you to believe your reactions are the problem, not their behavior that caused them. Already uncomfortable? Good. That discomfort is exactly what keeps people trapped. But don't click away yet, because the next phrase is even more dangerous. Number 2, "If you really loved me, you would." This is classic emotional blackmail. It ties your worth to your compliance, forcing you to prove love through sacrifice. It's not love, it's leverage. And here's where it gets darker. Once you give in once, they know exactly how to control you again. But if you think that's manipulative, wait until you hear the third phrase, because this one flips your reality upside down. Number 3, "That never happened." Welcome to gaslighting. They deny your experiences so convincingly that you start questioning your own memory. And once you doubt your perception, they own the narrative. Every argument becomes a maze you can't win. But don't worry, we're not just exposing tactics, we're building your defense system. And the next phrase is where you'll see how manipulation disguises itself as love. Number 4, "I'm only doing this for your own good." Harmless on the surface, but inside it's poison. It's how control hides behind care. Manipulators twist concern into justification, making you feel guilty for resisting. And just when you think you're being unreasonable, they hit you with the fifth phrase, "Nobody else will ever love you like I do." That one's designed to chain you to them, to make escape feel impossible. It's fear wrapped in false devotion. Now pause for a second. Have you noticed a pattern? Each phrase isn't just words, it's a seed planted in your mind, growing into self-doubt, guilt, dependency. And you've probably already realized, if one or two of these sound familiar, chances are more of them will too. But keep watching, because the last ones reveal the deepest level of psychological control. And spotting them could literally change how you see every relationship in your life. Number 6, "Why can't you just let it go?" On its own, it sounds like a plea for peace. But in reality, it's a silencer. It teaches you that bringing up pain is more damaging than the pain itself. And that silence? It benefits them, not you. But silence isn't the endgame. The 7th phrase is pure domination. "You owe me." This phrase flips the balance of power by keeping score. Every kindness, every gift, every gesture, they all become currency, and you're always in debt. And here's the hook. Debt is a trap, and it never ends. But the next phrase is the one that makes you question. Not just them, but yourself. Number 8, "You're imagining things." Another form of gaslighting, but colder. It paints you as unstable, irrational, unreliable. And once that label sticks, even in your own mind, it's hard to shake. But before you despair, remember, recognition is power. The moment you can name the manipulation, you start to break it. And the 9th phrase shows you just how manipulative even kindness can be. "I was only joking." It's not a joke. It's an insult dressed as humor, designed to wound you while denying your right to feel hurt. And when you react, they turn it back on you. You see, you can't take a joke. It's a cycle of humiliation and shame. But the final phrase, the 10th one, is the deadliest of all, and if you've ever heard it, you know exactly how much damage it can do. Number 10, "You're crazy." This is the nuclear option. It's not just dismissing your feelings, it's dismantling your identity. Once you start questioning your own sanity, they don't even have to argue anymore. You silence yourself. And that's the ultimate goal of a manipulator, control without effort. But here's the reality check. They're not proving you're crazy. They're proving how scared they are of losing their grip on you. And the moment you see that, the power dynamic shifts. Now let's connect the dots. Did you notice how these phrases escalate? They start as small digs, but slowly build into full-scale identity attacks. That's not random. It's a system designed to keep you hooked, confused, and powerless. But once you've decoded the system, you can break it. And breaking it doesn't always mean walking away overnight. It means recognizing manipulation in real time and refusing to let it define your reality. So, what do you do when you hear these phrases? First, pause. That pause interrupts their control. Then mentally label the tactic. Gaslighting, guilt-tripping, emotional blackmail. Naming it out loud, even in your head, strips it of power. Finally, decide what the phrase really says about them, not you. When they call you too sensitive, they're revealing their fear of accountability. When they say, nobody else will love you like I do, they're admitting they have nothing real to offer except fear. And here's the part they don't want you to know. Manipulation only works in the shadows. Once you drag it into the light, it loses its grip. That's why awareness is your most dangerous weapon. Because once you recognize the script, you're no longer an actor in their play. You become the director. But let's be real, spotting these signs is only the beginning. Healing takes time, boundaries, and sometimes cutting ties. Yet, every step you take back toward yourself is a step they can't control. And the more you see through the phrases, the less you'll fall for them. So, let me ask you, how many of these phrases have you heard before? How many did you ignore, brushing them off as normal? Drop your stories in the comments. Because your voice might be exactly what someone else needs to break free. If this video gave you some clarity, imagine what the next one could unlock. And don't forget to subscribe, because the deeper we go, the more power you'll have to protect yourself and outsmart anyone who tries to control you. The game isn't over, it's just beginning.